Hi, my name's Mary. I was excited to apply for the big awards because I was invited through Instagram, and I had never been invited to anything art related through Instagram. So it was exciting, and Barcelona is a place I've never been to, so I like the idea of sending my work off somewhere I've never been. I'm working on work now about place. And I've lately been working on little small sculptures, houses, trains, and I'm really excited. This just came out of the kiln a couple weeks ago. It's a trolley, like a San Francisco trolley. I live in the Bay Area, so I made this, and I'm really pleased with the way that it picked up the details from my mold. And I'm looking forward to experimenting a little bit more with glazing and pulling multiples. My work that is in the show is a waving hand. It was inspired by someone who lived in my neighborhood who waved every day in the morning, every weekday during rush hour. He would stand outside and he would wave. He wore these yellow gloves. And he did it for so long that he was sort of like a neighborhood hero, legend. Now that he's passed, he's kind of almost a little bit bigger. Parks have been named after him. He shows up on certain murals. He's kind of this character, and I wanted to see if I could honor that spirit of his to wave to people by making a sculpture, specifically a sculpture to help with traffic. Traffic's pretty bad here, so I wanted to make something that could lighten the mood of driving. So I made a waving hand to invite people to put in their car. This one is made out of paper. I'm working on prototyping the paper version so that it can be yellow and one could put it in their window while they're driving as a way to just sort of say hello to other people on the road, as a way of being friendly and as a way of kind of creating a mobile neighborhood on the road. A personal highlight of my career is I made a local currency for my neighborhood when I lived in Brooklyn. A lot of my work has to do with where I am and who the people are around me. And so when I was living in Brooklyn, it was during the time of a financial crisis, and I decided I would make money instead of trying to worry about not having it. I, as an artist, thought, oh, I'll just make my own. So I made the Brooklyn Torch about 10 years ago, almost 11 years ago now. It has a map on the back of where it was used, and I held events and helped people trade with each other and just experiment and try trusting each other with a tool so that people could feel a little bit more resilient and secure in their neighborhood. So that was my sort of highlight. That piece got a lot of attention in the media, and a lot of people are really interested in it. I continue to do work around it. I was just in Texas doing work around it. So that's probably the biggest highlight of my career. Three things that usually bring me pleasure is one is eating a really good meal. I really like to eat well, not just large portions, but healthy and local food that I know it was prepared with love, grown and prepared with love. I think that has a pleasurable effect on me as someone who is nourished by that food. I also really love to dance. I dance 2 or 3 times a week as exercise. I find it's a really good way to clear my head, and I'm always enjoying it because I love music and I love to move. And then the third thing is animation. I really like to watch animated films, shorts, anything that takes a character, makes something, and tells a story. So I really love Jim Henson's, even though that's puppet, it's real life. That's even more amazing in a way, because it's not actors, it's actually puppets that were created that they've breathed life into. So I'm really fascinated by animation.